I liked Fujifilm's X-T30 II as it was essentially an X-T4 Lite in a smaller and more affordable package. Now Fujifilm has launched the X-T50, and once again it's a mini version of the company's mainstream camera, the X-T5. It has many of the same capabilities, like a 40 megapixel sensor, 6K 30p video, and now in-body stabilization. At the same time, its diminutive size, pretty styling, and lightweight make it more like an X100VI with the ability to change lenses. At $1,400, I wouldn't call it affordable though. To find out if it's worth the considerable extra cash over the previous model, I tested it in London with some photographer friends. The X-T50 has an emphasis on portability and style, with a tiny grip that doesn't give you much to grab if you're wielding large lenses. But when traveling with a compact lens, it can easily be slipped into a bag, and at just under £1, it won't weigh you down much either. Handling is much as before, with 2 control dials, a shutter speed dial, and an exposure compensation dial. Fujifilm introduced a new trick though, a film simulation dial in place of the previous drive mode. The control layout takes some adjustment if you're used to Canon, Sony, or other systems. The advantage is that you can see key settings at a glance, but it can be slower to change functions. Like past models in this series, the X-T50 has a tilt-only display that doesn't flip out, which is a shame for vloggers given its video capabilities, and rival models like the Sony a6700 and Canon R7 do have this feature. The 2.36 million dot electronic viewfinder isn't amazing, but is par for the course in this price range. With a smallish battery like the one on the X100VI, the X-T50 can manage just 305 shots on a charge or 390 in economy mode. By comparison, Canon's like-priced R7 can take up to 660 shots. The X-T50 has a decent array of ports, including micro HDMI, USB-C, and a mic jack. As before, there's no headphone input, but you can use the USB-C port with a 3.5mm adapter to monitor audio when shooting video. It comes with a single, but fast, UHS 2 card slot. If it's pure performance you're after, the X-T50 probably isn't your camera. Burst speeds are decent at up to 13 frames per second with the electronic shutter, or 8 frames per second with the mechanical shutter, far from the 30 frames per second of the Canon R7. Unless you need total silence, the mechanical shutter is best, as you'll see considerable rolling shutter in electronic mode. Autofocus still isn't a Fujifilm strong point either. If you're shooting sports or other quick-moving subjects, it's a bit hit or miss in continuous mode, particularly when the subject is close to the camera. Overall, AF performance isn't quite up to Sony, Canon, or even Nikon's standards. For most normal shooting, it's fine though. Fujifilm offers face and eye detection while adding new autofocus modes for animals, birds, cars, motorcycles, airplanes, and trains. For street, tourism, and the other types of photography the X-T50 is designed for, it works well. A key new feature is in-body stabilization. With up to 7 stops of shake reduction, you can get sharp photos down to about a quarter second. That's the same as the X-T5, which is quite a feat given the much smaller size. It makes the X-T50 far more versatile, letting you blur motion to create interesting shots or shoot in dark environments. The 40 megapixel sensor from the X-H2 and X-T5 delivers a big boost in resolution over the 26 megapixel X-30 II. The extra pixels also make it possible to crop in, something that's nice for travel photography. In-camera treatment of JPEG files is handled well, with pleasant, accurate colors and just the right amount of noise reduction. You can often share photos straight out of the camera with no need for any post-processing. 14-bit RAW photos offer plenty of room for fine-tuning, even in bright or dark areas. The high resolution doesn't hurt image quality much in low light either. Noise is well controlled up to ISO 6400, and you can go up to 12,800 in a pinch. For an APS-C camera, I was impressed with the quality when shooting in bars and other dark environments. And of course, the X-T50 offers Fujifilm's full array of film simulation modes, easily accessible on the new dial. You can experiment with popular looks like the new Reala Ace, based directly on one of its old negative films, along with Velvia, Eterna, Acros Black and White, and others. At the same time, you get a RAW backup in full color. With excellent video specs, the X-T50 is a solid hybrid camera. It has nearly the same feature set as the X-T5, so you can shoot 6.2K at 30 frames per second with a 1.23 times crop, or 4K at up to 60 frames per second with line skipping and a 1.14 times crop. The camera also offers subsampled 4K at up to 30p using the full sensor width, or high-quality 4K 30p with a 1.23 times crop. And if you shoot 1080p, you can jump all the way up to 240 frames per second. Fujifilm also introduced 10-bit and f-log2 for extra dynamic range. At 6.2K and 4K HQ, rolling shutter is pronounced, so you'll need to be aware of that. Subsampled 4K is better in that area, but is noticeably more low-res. Video autofocus matches what I saw with photos, meaning it was decent but not ideal for moving subjects. The AI-powered AF did lock onto subjects, but again, couldn't always keep up to flying birds, animals, or vehicles. Handheld video is now a realistic option with in-body stabilization. It works well if you don't make abrupt movements, and the boost mode offers near tripod-like stability. Digital stabilization is also available, but isn't supported with the 6K or HQ modes, and doesn't really reduce jolts when walking. Video quality is solid for such a small camera, offering the same accurate colors you see in photo modes. Shooting in 10-bit f-log2 makes it possible to adjust footage considerably in post or get creative. You can also shoot video in the film simulation modes if you want a specific look straight out of the camera. All told, the X-T50 is an awesome upgrade to the X-T5, with improvements in nearly every area, particularly with resolution and stabilization. The film simulation dial is a bit gimmicky, but it should appeal to fans of the brand. The problem I have with this camera is the price. The $900 X-T30 II was easy to recommend to buyers on a mid-level budget. However, at $1,400, the X-T50 is only $300 less than the superior X-T5, and has lots of excellent competition like the Canon R7 and full-frame R8, along with the Nikon Z6 II and Z5, Sony a6700, Panasonic S9, and others. Fujifilm likely figured that it was nearly as capable as the X-T5, so should be priced accordingly, and that the 40 megapixel resolution beats out rivals. If that's important to you and you need a small mirrorless camera, then it's a good option. If not, Nikon's 20 megapixel $1100 ZFC is just as pretty and small, and a lot less expensive. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and for more on technology, check out Engadget.com.